Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining Jeff and I today on our webcast. We're going to touch on pet value. And is pet value finally off its leash? So before we get into it, Jeff, did I tell you that Hooli just had surgery?
Yeah, what's going
He
on
had,
with the dog? So just to put this
yeah,
into context, Sonny has this 15-pound Morkie. He's got a lot of attitude, uh, and he's very aggressive. And we wrote
can
this
be,
blog on
but
the weekend, but then you were telling me yesterday he needed surgery. So what's going on?
yeah, he ended up getting a stone, and one of them moved around, so we had to get emergency surgery. So we're a little bit quiet today. He's home now, so everything's just very subdued and quiet, but he's doing well.
Okay. Well, I hope he has a
Yeah,
speedy recovery. That's
yeah.
how many times has he been under the knife?
Yeah, in the last year, he's had two ACLs tear that they had to repair, and now this. This is the
Mm,
third time in like a year and a
right.
half. Yeah,
Yikes.
it's too much for a little dog. That's
Yeah,
it.
and
I'm
so
done with this.
well, when we wrote this blog, and actually when we made this investment in pet value, a big part of the thesis is that pets are part of the family for anyone who has one. And so we
Absolutely.
purchased this stock a few years ago. Um, Surprisingly, we're underwater on it though. We paid about 36, but there's an explanation for it. In 2021, this company went public, and the private equity
Mhm.
firm which listed it retained a 62% stake. And since going public, they have strategically sold their stock on four separate occasions. So each time the shares got some momentum, the private equity firm was selling stock. So it created a ceiling on the share price.
hmm But that's now
But
happened, what, four times in the last couple of years, and
yeah, four
we've
times,
got.
and they're now finished. They've sold their entire
Mhm.
position. And so I think this huge overhang that prevented a lot of people from getting into the name is now cleared. So I
That's
think
good.
I think this will be positive momentum for it. I mean, it's a great company. It's first of all, the pet industry was one of the few that continued to grow during the financial crisis in 2008, as well as the pandemic. And
Right.
sure, it's competitive. There's Walmart, there's Amazon, there's PetSmart, but
hmm
Pet Value is really the Canadian brand. And they're not
Right.
affected by tariffs because they only import 15% of their inventory from the States.
Right. So it really kind of impacts the Canadian movement that's happening
Yeah,
right now because of tariffs. So that's a plus for them.
yeah, absolutely. So we like the name, and in terms of the valuation, I mean, this is only trading at about 15 times 2020, pardon me, 27 earnings. And that's cheap. That's much cheaper than the S&P 500. And the same store sales might grow up to 4% this year, which is pretty decent for retail. And we expect earnings to start growing at double digits starting next year. They've spent a lot of money building distribution centers in the Greater Toronto Area, Calgary,
Vancouver,
and Vancouver.
Vancouver.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that'll get their
So they're
costs low. Go ahead.
mhm. No, I was just going to say they've got what approximately 130 stores across Canada now, and they're projecting are their projections up to 1,200.
Yeah, so that's a great ambition for them to have, and they seem to be opening about 40 to 50 stores every year. So
hmm
there's certainly demand for it, that's for sure. And right now, I think they say that 75% of their stores are within a couple kilometers of most Canadians.
Yeah.
I think I'm
Yeah,
screwing that statistic
approximately
up.
like 5 kilometers from your personal home. So they
Right,
make
yeah,
it
that's
yeah.
yeah. So we're still buying the stock for new clients. because we like the stability of this industry. And now that private equity firm is out of the stock, I think this will give it some good momentum for sure.
Agreed. Okay.
All right.
Good to see you.
Yep. You too. Thanks,
Okay,
honey.
thanks. Bye.